Welcome to Mysteries in Crime. I'm your host, Melissa Thompson. 8 victims lost their lives on November 5th, 2021, after attending Travis Scott's AstroWorld Festival. Hundreds were injured, and many are still in the hospital fighting for their lives. This includes 9-year-old Ezra Blount. He attended Travis Scott's concert with his dad because they both loved his music so much and thought it would be a fun night out to bond together. When the crowd started pushing closer to the stage, Ezra's father, Tristan Blount, started getting compressed. He was struggling to breathe. Tristan saw how compacted concert attendees were, packed shoulder to shoulder at the NRG Park grounds. Some were not even able to turn their heads. So Tristan, being a protective father, put Ezra on his shoulders to keep him up and away from the crowd on the ground. However, Ezra's father started to have more and more trouble breathing due to the crowd compressing his chest, amongst others. Tristan passed out and fell to the ground. Vernon Blount, Ezra's grandfather, told CNN, quote, "When my son went to the concert, he had my grandson on his shoulder. All the people pushed in and he could not breathe, so he ended up passing out because of all the pressure that was being applied to his body. And when he passed out, EB, is what they call Ezra, fell off his shoulder and fell into the crowd. When my son came to, EB had already been taken to the hospital as a John Doe. They did not know anything about him, his name, or anything because he got separated from my son. When my son regained consciousness, instead of being seen or getting himself checked out, he went and tried to find EB and ended up finding him at the Texas Children's Hospital. During the event at the concert, he had a cardiac arrest, which damaged his heart. He has damage to the liver, his lungs, and on top of that, he has swelling on his brain. The family is devastated because this was supposed to be a father-son outing for them to bond, and it has turned into something horrible and tragic. There needs to be accountability, not just from the artists or the event planners, but also from the city of Houston." End quote. The family of Ezra Blount has retained attorneys Ben Crump and Alex and Bob Hillard. Ben Crump said, quote, "The suffering that this family is going through is immeasurable. This little boy had his whole life ahead of him, a life that is currently hanging in the balance because of the reckless mismanagement that ensued like at the AstroWorld Festival." End quote. Ezra's grandmother, Tanisha Blount, who is a nurse, spoke more about his injuries, saying, quote, "He has injuries to his kidney, to his lung, to his liver. Basically, every organ has damage. He had cardiac arrest, his heart is weak and has damage as well, and his brain has swelling, and he's in an induced coma. They're just trying to keep him comfortable and trying to figure out a plan for him. They tried to take him off the medications that were paralyzing him to keep him still, and they had to put him back on. We're just at that place right now, just hoping for the best in spite of all the negative information. We have a lot of anger right now because someone is responsible for the condition of our grandson. For him to have the injuries he has, I can't help picturing in my mind what he had to go through to get these injuries. Someone should be held responsible. He went there with his father to have a good time, not to be trampled halfway to, I don't want to even say the word. I'm a nurse, but it's still horrifying to see Ezra like this because that's a part of us there. Why couldn't this have been prevented? I'm just angry and sad and upset. Why didn't Travis Scott stop? Wasn't he watching the ambulances and people performing CPR? Doesn't he care about the city of Houston? The mayor gave him the key. This is the city he's from. Why wasn't he looking out for the people? End quote. Ezra is described as a fun-loving boy who loves music, skateboarding, school, his mom and dad. Ezra loves to perform and be an entertainer. The family's lawyer, Ben Crump, released the following statement. Quote, "We ask everyone to send up the most powerful prayers they can as this family tries to grapple with the undoable damage that has been done to their son. We demand justice for EB, his family, and all of our clients that left AstroWorld with trauma." End quote. This is just one of the victims' stories that left AstroWorld in horrible, horrible shape. And I don't think it's just Travis Scott that should be held responsible. Live Nation is just as responsible as I think the city of Houston is. And for Travis Scott to go on and like he did at his concert, singing as he watched an ambulance trying to get through to help people that were in need of emergency care, is implorable. It's absolutely disgusting behavior. And if he wonders why there was young children at his concert, well, he has a younger audience because he did a Fortnite concert. He has his own character in Fortnite. He even had a McDonald's meal named after him. So if he thinks that younger kids are not interested in his music and wanting to go to their concert, he's wrong, and so are other people that are thinking how bad it was for these younger kids to go to this concert. This little boy just wanted to have a good time with his dad, and no one expected the horribleness that came out of this night. This little boy is fighting for his life in Houston's Children's Hospital. There is a GoFundMe page that they have right now. They are going to need funds for Ezra's medical care. And right now, they are worrying if he is going to make it. I mean, this little boy is in an induced coma. One of the big problems is the swelling in the brain. It's very dangerous, and that has to be kept down. So this family is really going through it. And Travis Scott has not done enough. Neither has not Live Nation or the city of Houston. You know what? I think Travis Scott should get his butt down to Houston's Children's Hospital and visit this little boy. See what happened to him as he got trampled Friday night to see your concert. Why don't you take care of his medical bills? You know, you're after these kids to do these dangerous things at your concert. You seem to love it, in my opinion, when there's video footage of children being harassed at your concerts. Here is the GoFundMe page. I encourage all of you, if you can, to please donate. This family needs a lot of help. My prayers and thoughts go out to Ezra and his family. And if there's anything I could do for you, please email me at mysteriesandcrime@gmail.com. Thank you guys for watching. Have a beautiful week, everyone. Take care.